Hello everyone, beautiful morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning and I'm so super duper excited and grateful to God for the amazing priceless gift of life that God is giving to us. And I want to say to you that I hope that you too are so super excited and thankful that you have that which no amount of money can buy. And I'm talking about the gift of life, because if God is so just, so merciful to give you that which is priceless, then there is absolutely nothing that has a price that God is going to withhold from you, because you are so special to God, and God is so in love with you. And you have to know this reality at all times, regardless of what your life is becoming or regardless of anything that seems to be happening around your life. Always know that God has always been in love with you, even before you became the you that you are today, and that He knew you and He has already, predestined who you will become. All you need to do is to align with God's plan and purpose for your life, so that you can manifest the very purpose for which you were created for. Good morning from here. My name is Bella Bassi, and I want to say welcome to another new day. It's a new day and we are so excited. This is the day that the Lord has made, and we will rejoice and we will be glad in it, because this is the will and wish of God for each and every one of us, and nothing would stop us from encountering that wish of God for our lives. But I want to put something on your table that will nourish your mind and that will bless your soul, because I know that we were created for a reason, and for that purpose is so that we can benefit from each other and then be a blessing to one another. I want to ask a question. What happened to the human conscience? What happened to the human heart? What happened to human being human to their fellow human? What happened to the love that we human are supposed to have for one another? Why are we now becoming animals in human form? Why are we now becoming animals in human structures? Why are we now becoming animals in the human making? Why? What happened to the beautiful heart that God put in the inside of us? What happened to the conscience that is supposed to checkmate us, and make us feel guilty, when we want to do wrong or when we do something wrong? It is something that someone can, kind of like understand, which is not also a yes to. When you take food from somebody's mouth, the person can live and to work for that food tomorrow to eat. When you take someone's clothes, the person is alive to work again to buy another cloth for himself. When you take somebody's money, the person can work again and make another money to sustain himself. When you take somebody's comfort, the person can strive hard again to find comfort some other place. When you take somebody's joy, it might take some time for that person to heal, but definitely that person will heal and they will find their happiness or their joy again. But when you take somebody's life, that life is gone forever and ever. Now, I want to ask you a question. How do you go to sleep knowing fully well that you have taken someone out of this world? How do you go to sleep knowing fully well that the life that you have taken cannot be replaced or cannot be recovered or cannot be brought back? How do you go to sleep at night? How do you even drink water and drop the glass or cup on the table or on the ground? How do you eat? How do you wash your hand and take food from your plate and put it in your mouth? I want to say to you that that is not the you that God created. There is a beautiful you that God created. What happened to that beautiful you? What went wrong with that amazing conscience that God put in the inside of you? What is it that happened to you that made you to become so bad that you allowed your conscience to be dead? What is that thing that must have happened in your life that has made you to become an enemy to your fellow human being that God created? What is that encounter that you must have encountered or condition that must have, that you've experienced that have turned you into this person that you have become today. Because I want to say to you that if you look at yourself in the mirror, you are not going to like the man that you see reflecting in the mirror that you are looking at, because that is not the you that God created to be. What happened to your beautiful heart? What happened to your beautiful soul? What happened? What happened? What happened? How is it now that killing your fellow human being doesn't seem to be anything to you? How is it that taking another man's child to sacrifice for your own selfish reason doesn't mean anything to you? This is not the life God built for us. This is not the will of God for us. God didn't create man for man to come and turn against man. God created man so that man can coexist with man. God created man so that man can live in harmony, in peace, in love with his fellow man. The Bible made us to understand that the only commandment that God has commanded us to do is to love one another, which is the greatest, priceless commandment of all. It doesn't matter what else you tend to be doing. If you have no love for your fellow human being, then something is wrong. But we are being commanded to love ourselves. Meaning that you don't even have to know me to love me or to wish me well. I don't have to know you to wish you well or to love you. It's a commandment that I have been commanded to do, to have a good feelings towards you. Regardless of what you have done to me, I am commanded to love you. But I'm not commanded that I have to be friends with you. I can love you from afar. Meaning that in your heart, there shouldn't be a place where you have put the people that you don't like there. No. God wants us to feel good about every human that he has created. What happened to you, my brother? What is that thing that has made you to turn into an animal? What is that thing that you have allowed to kill your conscience? Is it the quest of money? Is it the same money that God wishes you to have? And that he wants you to have it in abundance? What is it that you are looking for that God hasn't given to you? We all need to sit down and ponder on this question. What happened to the beautiful you that God created? Why do you have to become so bad? Why have you decided to allow yourself to become so terrible that when people hear the things that you have done, it brings ghost pimples all over their body? It just makes them to be cold. Why have your mind suddenly turned cold against your fellow human being? The crime is not against your fellow human being. The quest is not against your fellow human being. It's against survivor, meaning that you have to put your hands to work legitly. If you want to survive, you've got to be ready to work legitly, to hustle legitly, not engaging in crime, homicide, murders, and all of these things. This is not the you that God wants you to be. It's a great Wednesday, but I thought I should put this out there, that you need to sit down and ask yourself the same question. What happened to the you that God created, that amazing you that God created? What happened to you?